Most farmers are struggling with the chickens, cows, goats, sheep and crops. But there is an animal quietly making serious money in Africa and particularly in Kenya.
Imagine one soul like this one can give you more than 17 piglets. And these piglets you see here, you can feed them only 6 months and give you more than 15,000 depending with the kgs of the piglets.
While every farmer is rushing into poultry farming, a few smart farmers are doing something totally different. They are investing in pigs, and what I discovered shocked me completely. Pigs have fast growth, high demand, and profits that most farmers are completely ignoring. So the question is, are you working hard or you are working smart? Because in this video, I'm going to show you why pig farming might be the opportunity that changes your life completely and forever.
This one can weigh up to around 120 kgs.
120 kgs.
120 kgs approximately. 1 kg.
Yes.
1 kg range between 350 to 400.
1 kg ranges between 350 to 400.
Yeah. So if this is 120, then you can be able to you can do your an average of 350. Times 120. That's around 40. So you can imagine this just one. In 2 years, is giving you around 40 or 35,000.
Most farmers are not failing because they are lazy, but because the system is working against them. Every morning you wake up early, you feed your animals, you do everything right. But by the end of the month, something just doesn't add up. The cost of feeds keep going up. A single bag today costs almost double what it did a few years ago. And just when you think you will recover your money, the market disappoints you. Egg prices drop without warning, chicken buyers disappear, and everything seems to be going upside down. But then something unexpected happens. You start hearing stories from real farmers. A farmer who started small and within months, things began to change. By farming pigs, consistent income, reliable buyers, no constant panic about prices crashing overnight. At first it sounds like luck or maybe exaggeration, because in a country where everybody is obsessed with cattle farming, dairy farming, crop farming or poultry, very few pay attention to pig farming. Many people ignore pig farming completely. They say pigs are dirty, they say there is no market, they say it is not a serious business. But what if that is wrong? What if the very thing people are avoiding is actually where the money is? So I decided to find out by myself. I visited 2 farmers who had quietly built a pig farming business from the ground up. And just the results, what I saw completely changed how I think about pig farming.
These are among the pigs in our farm. They're actually the second born. They're only females. I've already sold males. Yeah.
When you first arrive at this farm, this is not what you expect. Clean structures, organized spaces, no chaos, no neglect. This alone begins to break the biggest myth that pig farming is dirty and unmanaged. Here, everything is structured. Piglets in one section, growers in another, and the mature pigs separated clearly. This is not random farming. This is a system. And look at these small ones. These small piglets you are seeing here. In just a few months, they will be ready for the market. Fast growth is one of the biggest advantages in this business of pig farming. Now, feeding is controlled, measured, and very intentional, because in pig farming, profit is not just about selling. Actually, it's about how well you manage your costs. And look at this: clean water, dry flows, proper waste management. This is where many people get wrong. They assume that pigs must live in dirt, but serious farmers know that clean pigs grow faster and stay healthier.
Well, 8 of them.
And now this is where the money is. Fully grown pigs ready for the market. Each one representing months of planning, feeding, and patience.
In our country, many youths are unemployed. They say there is no jobs, but according to me, jobs are everywhere. We create jobs. I personally, I didn't do any agriculture. I'm a graduate. I did diploma in community development and social work, but passion made me to be a farmer, and now I'm learning a project, big project and other projects in our farm.
And now seeing this changes everything, because now it is no longer a theory, it is real. And the question becomes is, if this is working for them, then what is actually stopping you from starting pig farming?
Yes.
This structure was not completely finished.
Yeah.
These wooden parts here are supposed to be removed, so that there's a door here,
Yes,
to separate this pen. Then these pigs here will be free to come and even take water here, and also bask for exercise, and also bask for the sunlight. So we have a plan to remove them here, then we put a door there for this pen. Then feeding is done on the other side. But meanwhile, we are providing water inside here for them to have the water. We are just providing water inside. Yeah.
And now let us talk about what really matters, the money. Because at the end of the day, this is just business, completely business and nothing else. Let us start from the beginning. A good quality piglet can cost you anywhere between 3,000 to 6,000 Kenya shillings depending on the breed and the farmer. So if you start small, even with just 2 or 3 piglets, you are already in this game. Now, feeding will be your biggest cost. On average, raising one pig to market weight can cost you between 6,000 to 10,000 in feed and basic care. After about 5 to 7 months, that pig is ready for the market, and this is where it gets interesting, because a fully grown pig can sell for anywhere between 30 to 40,000 Kenya shillings depending on size, weight, and your buyer.
This piglet is here. You can feed them only 6 months and give you more than 15,000 depending with the kgs of the piglet. Do your math.
Now do the math. Even after all costs, there is still a margin. And remember, this is one pig. Now imagine you have a sow producing 8 to 12 piglets at once. That is where big farming shifts from small income to very serious business. But let me be clear, this is not magic money. If you ignore feeding, you lose money. If you ignore health, then you lose pigs. And if you don't plan your market, then you will struggle. But if you do it right, the returns are consistent and the demand, that is a whole different story. But before you even think about profits, there is one decision that can make or break your success: the breed. Not all pigs are equal, and choosing the wrong one can cost you time and money. First, you can choose the large white. This is one of the most popular breeds in Kenya. Why? Because they grow very fast, they have very strong body and very good mothering ability. If you are starting out, this is actually a safe and reliable choice. The second one is the Landrace. This has a long body, high fertility, and produces large litter. It is perfect if your goal is multiplication and scaling your farm quickly. And the third one is the Duroc. This one is strong, hardy, and grows well even under less than perfect conditions. It is also known for good meat quality, which many buyers actually prefer. So which one should you choose? If you want balance, then go for large white. If you want numbers, go for Landrace. And if you want strength and ability, then go for the Duroc. But no matter the breed, there is one thing every farmer must understand. If you don't have the market, then everything stops.
On breed, we focus on the best breed that can offer us more piglets, and that can continuity our farm. That's why we have Landrace as our best breed. We chose Landrace because they only give the higher number of piglets. Landrace as our best breed, it gives the highest number of piglets. Again, it has very low mortality rate, and again the mother have very high mother rehability. It's very rare you find the pigs dying unless accidentally.
Now let us address the biggest fear in pig farming. Many people ask, who will buy my pigs? Because they assume that there is no market, but the reality on the ground is completely different. Listen. Pork is consumed in restaurants, hotels, butcheries, and local households, and the demand is not seasonal. Actually, it is consistent. Because here is the reality most farmers don't realize. Buyers are not struggling to find pigs, okay? They are struggling to find consistent suppliers. So when they find a serious farmer, they don't hesitate. And unlike some livestock markets where prices fluctuate heavily, pig prices are relatively stable, especially for the farmers who deliver quality and weight consistently. So the real problem is not the market. The real problem is production. Demand is already there, but supply is not enough. But even with a strong market, there are still challenges every farmer must understand before starting, and ignoring them is where many farmers fail.
In all businesses, in all projects, we all experience different challenges. In our farm, we have encountered few challenges on pig projects. One, it's on feeds. The first days, how we used to feed, we were not able to feed as expected, so the number was really down. But after the research, we have the ideas on how we can feed so that you can have high product, and our pigs are already productive. On diseases, we have experienced few diseases, kidney failures due to pneumonia, because here it's a cold press. So that is the few challenges that we have already encountered on the pig project.
But let us be honest here. Pig farming is not without challenges. And if someone tells you it is easy money, then, well, they are lying to you. Because the following are some of the challenges. One is the feed cost. Feed cost is the biggest expense. If prices rise and you are not well prepared, then your profit automatically shrinks quickly. Number two is the diseases. Pigs are vulnerable to diseases like swine fever or hygiene, and vaccinations are ignored. Now, number three is management. This management is not a live and forget business. Daily monitoring is required. Number four is housing requirements. Poor housing leads to stress, sickness, and slow growth. And number five is the market timing. If you don't plan your sales well, you may hold pigs longer than expected, and you increase the cost of production. Now listen. So the question is not whether pig farming is easy. The question is whether you are selling to learn it properly, okay? Because for those who take it seriously, it is not just farming, it is real opportunity. So if you found value in this video, please subscribe to this channel for more real farming insights from the ground. And in the next video, I'll show you exactly how it costs to build a proper pig house from scratch and raise your pigs step by step. That is all for now. This is Korobe Poultry Farm. We give insights about farming. Until we meet next time, bye bye.